Okay, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I'm here again with you, and tonight I also wanted to talk to you about how to combine teaching phonetics and vocabulary in one lesson. I wanted to use the example of today's lesson that I had with one of my students, where one part of the lesson was phonetics, and we learned the difference between the sounds E as in she and E as in sit. So this is the contrasting pair of vowel sounds. It's very challenging for non-native English speakers. And also, at the end of the lesson, we took vocabulary on parts of the house and rooms and furniture in the rooms. So when we learned the sounds, I used Rachel's English textbook and Mastering the American Accent textbook for teaching the sounds and the difference between the sounds. So we found out the difference between the sounds, and then when we changed to the vocabulary part of the lesson, we opened up this real-time board, and I used this worksheet Woodward English with words meaning parts of a house. And so when starting to enumerate the parts of the house that we can see here, so we started with a roof, then window. So we already see the sound E as in sit here, but my student mispronounced the word. She said window, and I asked her, is it window or is it window? So I gave her this sort of question, like tricky question, and then she like a light bulb sort of switched in her head, and she said, yeah, window, it's window, it's the E sound, window. So she realized the difference between the sounds and realized in this very word it's the E sound. Then we went to the next word, balcony, and here I asked her to pronounce it more carefully. Again, balcony. So she felt that there is an E sound as in the word she, but it's not stressed. It's an unstressed E sound at the end. So when pronouncing these words, we can relate to the phonetic part and see which sounds are represented in each of these words. Like then we went on to describing rooms of the house and objects and furniture, and also when learning the objects and furniture, I pointed out on sounds that are present in these words like sink. So I made sure that she got the pronunciation right, that she pronounced this exactly as sink and not sink. And picture with the E sound, and pillow with the E sound, and for example, chimney also with the E sound. So this is how you can unite learning phonetics and vocabulary in one lesson. If you have part of the lesson dedicated to phonetics and the other part to vocabulary, when giving your student a vocabulary units, you can point out the sounds, especially if the student gets something wrong. You absolutely have to correct, because the phonetic material is very fresh, which is freshly put in the student's head, and the student still remembers it, and it's going to be a good thing to remind your students to pronounce sounds in the vocabulary units properly. Okay, this was your Serge. I hope you're having a good time tonight. See you later. Goodbye.